Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another review and unboxing. Today is the Dragon Stars World Martial Arts Tournament Tenkaichi Budokai Setso. Um, yes. So let's take a look at the box first of all. As you can see here, we have Goku and Piccolo in the background of the very nice World Martial Arts stage, which is heavily featured in largely in Dragon Ball. Also comes into Dragon Ball Z, not so much into Super yet. Although there was the tournament in Super, but it wasn't held in the World Martial Arts Tournament. And the side here, let's take a look at this. Lift it up for everyone. World Martial Arts Tournament, Champion du Monde, and other such languages, which I won't try to pretend that I can read. So, Dragon Ball Super, battle with your favourite Dragon Stars. Activate battle damage, collect them all, and that's all of it in English. Each sold separately is the other part. So it's very cool here that it's got a large list of the characters that are available so far. And as you can see, there is quite a lot of them. So if you're very interested in that, you could just pause the video at any of those moments. And as you can see there, we see the very cool designs of Goku and Piccolo. Piccolo getting thrown through the stage and the little battle damage that comes with it. So let us open it up and see what we are dealing with here. Give it a nice little slice here. And there we go. And let us see exactly what this comes with. It looks like we are dealing with multiple plastic boxes. I didn't expect it to be all in one piece. I expect it to have to be built. So, oh my goodness, I dropped one. We have a set of instructions and we have 3 plastic bags. I thought we only had 2, but the reason this one was dropped was because there's nothing to hold on to at the top part here. So if you're opening this yourself, be careful, but I imagine you wouldn't be doing it on a table like this for a YouTube review, so you probably don't have to worry anywhere near as much. So let us see what we have here. So the first one, this is obviously the stage set. As you can see, it comes with the broken pieces for the damage, the battle damage. We have instructions, we shall look at them in just a second. We have what I can only assume is the floor over here. And lastly, we've got the actual these are actually 2 separate things. So this must be some additional little parts here, and this is the actual area itself. This is where the entrance would come in and go out of. So let us take a look and see what the very boring instructions do say. And we'll read through it together. So contents, there's everything that should come with it. Let's see, it just says attach. So attach these parts here. Okay. Looks fairly simple. Unless there's any of these that have to be done in any specific order, but no, I think it seems fine. Right. Well, I'll keep that to the side, and we shall do this like a Lego review, and we shall build it piece by piece, and we shall do it by the numbers, by the book, so that it is all done correctly and does not look like crap. So let us just start with opening everything, I imagine. That's the best way to start things. Just checking, it is sealed at both sides, so it is good to cut it open. You could probably do it with your hands if you really wanted to, if you're a barbarian. But I am not a barbarian class, I am a Grand Cat. And Grand Cat is a class, yes, I assume. I don't know what gives you traits in. Probably plus 20 to cattery. And minus 5 to YouTube videos. So otherwise I'd be a better YouTuber. Right, so here we have the stage part. We have this little bit here protected by cardboard. This is obviously something that they don't want damaged, so I shall try not to damage it. And let's see this little bit here. Ah, right, okay, so this is the actual sign itself. I believe it says Budokai Tenkaichi. Yes. Which pretty much is just martial arts tournament, I think. That's what it translates as. So, get out all the pieces and just remove all the packaging. That is the best way to deal with anything. Just opening parts here. This is part of the wall, I believe. I think this is all wall parts here. Yes. And we have a little cardboard thing, which is probably the damage ones, damage variations. Oh no, I think this is the main one, actually. I think that's what we're opening here. The one at the very top, yes. This is the one that sits at the very top. This actually feels like a different plastic. That's interesting. I don't know if it's maybe they've used something a little bit nicer for, you know, the headpiece of it. We'll go for the floor next. So if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, this is absolutely fantastic. You know, this is the kind of thing that you'll love. But even if you don't like Dragon Ball Z and you're just into dioramas, I think this is going to look like quite a cool diorama, because you're going to have your martial arts stadium set, which is going to be very cool for you, for displaying your figures on. I believe the Dragon Stars are meant to be played with. They're not like the adult collector things, like I normally collect. So this should have some sustainability to it. It shouldn't be, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, like, don't just pick it up and throw it off the wall, you know, it'll break. But I think they're designed to have a bit of you know, a bit of stability with playing with. Oh my goodness. A bit of a dry throat there. Comes from talking too much, which I've been accused of many, many times in my life. I do notice there's a little bit of a bend here, but this is a kind of soft rubber plastic. I'm hoping that will just come out with time. I think it's just while it's been in the box it's done that. I don't think I've done anything to it when I opened it there. So, right, so we've got all of the pieces. Now let's just take a quick look at what it wants us to do first. So, right, their idea is to move all of this to the side, and we'll take the parts as and when we need them. So I'm just separating this all out. This is where someone would probably do a jump cut, but unfortunately you have to bear with me. Just touch the camera. Okay, so there's not a huge deal of pieces with it, not a tremendous amount, so it looks to be fairly simple. So it wants us to connect the top parts first. Right, okay. So it says here on the back, oh, it's got a nice Dragon Stars logo on it, that these parts just slide in to these little bits here. Is there any difference between these two? No, they're exactly the same, okay. So this should slide into here. Ah, right, okay, it slides in that way. Just clips in very nice and easy. Same on the side, just clips in at the back. And then the big guy at the top just clips right in. Perfect, perfect. Very nice fit actually. It's very cool the way that that's done. And that is the start of our Tenkaichi tournament. So the next part to add in is the roof. So let's get the roof bits. And let's just see what it is we're doing. Okay, so the roof parts are these parts here. First one goes in like so. You can see it's got 3 markings here. We just line those up like so. And it should just click right in. There we are. Very, very perfect actually. I can't state how well this clips together. It's very cool. This one's only 1, so this goes on the other side. It should just snap right in there. I do notice there's a tiny little black mark here, just production error. There's a little bit of a line here. It's not greatly noticeable, but it's a little bit bothersome. I'm just seeing if I can persuade it in a little bit with my fingers. I think you're maybe always just going to notice the little line there, just where these parts join together. But other than that, it's pretty good. Yes, it is a little bit noticeable. It's not too noticeable. I mean, if you weren't looking for it, you wouldn't see it. So that's fine. Next part is the sign, the Tenkaichi Budokai sign. Very nice and simple. It is one little keyhole here, goes in the top, and just sits right on there. Oh, it actually snaps in. That's quite cool. And that's that. Very cool. Sorted. The next bit is the floor. The flooring. Okay, so let me just read this, make sure that I've got it correct. Ah, right. Okay, I've got it. Sorry, I was thinking too hard about it there. So these little bits here just clip in to these little parts. These, lower the camera crank so the people can see. So these little bits here just clip into these little bits here. And that should just go on like so. And there we go. There doesn't appear to be any up or down to this, so there's no risk of putting it on upside down. And a little bit of string, that does seal in there quite nicely. There is a tiny minuscule space here. I don't know if that shows up on camera, but again, almost not noticeable, which is perfectly fine. The next part we're going to do is the wall. Okay, so this part comes next. Okay, so this part kind of gets ignored for just now, and we're now focusing on this little bit here. I'll just put all the pieces that we need. Again, this is fairly simple. You don't really need to be looking at the instructions for this, but I just want to make sure that it's all done correctly for you good people on YouTube. And so we just attach all these little bits together, just like a little puzzle. So that should just clip in like that, I think. I think you're always going to have the kind of break line of it there, so just expect that. They've got little grooves on them where they kind of clip in together, and presumably this little bit just clips in on top, like so. There we are. And you, I think, clip into the back here, like this. And there we go, there's the front of the stage. And the next part, is just clipping these bits together, so that's fine. We don't do the floor yet. So there's 3 grooves here, there isn't a groove here. What are you talking about? That's unusual, because there's a bit here and there's nothing here. But there's another groove over here, so presumably that is just how this connects. So, I'll do it on its back and clip it in like so. Something like this. You just have to find the grooves and then push it all together. Clicks in nicely. It's actually a very nice seal. You wouldn't really be able to tell. So this is really cool because you don't even really see the door behind here, but you know that it exists because you've obviously seen it. So that it looks really nice, actually. And the next part is the floor. So the floor comes like this, comes with a big space in the middle of it. The reason it's got the big space is because it's got an area here, and it's also got the destroyed version. So, you know, I think it's just a case of, you know, you just clip that in, it makes it look like the floor is destroyed, you know, as if there's been, you know, a big fight going on, you know, big Kamehameha, first beam can, whatever. And the other one, just, again, sorts in on top. I wonder if there's a correct way to put this in, or if it's just however you feel like it. Yeah, I think it's just like so. I don't. No, because none of these cracks actually match up with anything, so this should just clip in. And there we have it. And then this. Is this a clip in or is this a slide in? This part here. It just seems to push in. And there we have it. There's our little Tenkaichi stage, which is very nice to see. And if we just take a look at the instructions here, I'll just go through them. So we went with putting all the little bits together, like so, and all of these little bits. Also, it explains pretty well how they clip in, whether it's just push or any of that kind of stuff. And this is it here, where you put in the normal version. Now you've got the finished variant. Ah, right, okay, so it says, you know, you just push this manually, push this part out and replace it with the destroyed one, and then you just pull these little parts over here, and then you have your little destroyed variant of it, if you wanted to do that. So, just for YouTube's sake, I'm probably always going to keep it in this version, but for the sake of the video, let's just see what it looks like when it's in its battle damage form. So, this part here just pushes out. Replace it with this bit here. This just clips apart, nice and simply. And I think this bit here clips apart as well. Oh my goodness. So it would be a little bit like that, and then you can also just push this, and this can turn as well. And yes. There we are, that's it in its little destroyed form. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. Nice and easy to do, nice and simple. Clips back easily enough. And it's quite a good size as well. Let's see here, for a very quick size comparison. Unfortunately I don't have anything unboxed next to me, but there is a boxed Mortal Kombat McFarlane Raiden, and here is a boxed Mortal Kombat Storm Collectibles Scorpion figure. So that should give you a rough height. The figures are going to look a little bit taller, but it's still a very cool little diagram, a little background. But yeah, I think in terms of what it is, it's very, very cool. It's very cool for its price, it's very good. I'm realising that I'm saying the word cool a bit too often. Yeah, in terms of quality, I think it's completely perfect. It looks nice. It's very it's very faithful to the original art, the original work, because it's been so easy for them to, add in their own little pieces of it, but they haven't. They've kept it like, this is exactly the way it was in Dragon Ball, which I can really respect when they do that. That they don't add in, like, oh, the dragons, can fire fireballs or something like that, something ridiculous. So it is very, very cool to see that it's obviously people that that do love Dragon Ball that have created this, and all the details that you see, even all the hidden stuff, like the details on this little guy in the background and the door, which is hidden, they've made sure that everything's in there so that you can see all of it. And yeah, I think it's very, very cool. I think that's very nice attention to detail that they've done here. So yeah, I think they've done a fantastic job. So I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you do like it, do remember to give us a like, share and subscribe. It's just a small click for you, but it means a lot to us. And we shall see you all in the next video. Thank you very much for coming along. And we shall see you all soon. Goodbye, everybody.